Okay, so I know exactly what so many of you are feeling right now. That intense pressure of board exams is building up. And look, that's completely natural. But we're going to tackle this together. I promise, by the end of this, you're going to have a whole new way of looking at it. I wanted to kick things off with this really powerful German quote. It perfectly captures the mindset I think you need right now. Think of it as a mantra, something that can really carry you through what's coming up. So, what does it mean? Simple. Always forward, never backward. It's this idea that once you've set your sights on that goal, you just don't look back. It's all about building momentum and keeping your eyes on what's ahead. But let's be real, how on earth are you supposed to enjoy a journey that feels this stressful? It actually reminds me of a great story about the world chess champion, Magnus Carlsen. Someone asked him for advice for this 16-year-old kid who was about to play in the world championship finals. Talk about pressure. And his answer was just brilliant. He said, of course, the kid is going to be frustrated. He's going to be nervous. He might even hate himself when he makes a mistake. But he said, through all of that, he should find a way to enjoy it. Why? Because you don't get to compete for a world championship every day. And your board exam, that's your world championship. It's a one-of-a-kind journey, so let's figure out how to embrace it. So, to help us do that, let's dive into two really powerful themes right from your syllabus, starting with faith. And honestly, there's no better story to illustrate this than the one about a farmer named Lencho. So you've got this guy, Lencho. He's a hardworking farmer, and his whole world gets turned upside down by a single hailstorm. Everything is gone. His crops are completely destroyed. He has absolutely nothing. But in that moment of just total despair, he clings to one single, incredibly powerful hope: God. And he does something amazing. He literally writes a letter to God asking for 100 pesos to help his family survive. Now, this letter actually makes it to the post office. And the postmaster, you'd think he'd just laugh, right? But he doesn't. He's so moved by this man's pure, unshakable faith, he decides he just can't let that faith be broken. So he pulls together money from his own pocket and from his employees, and he manages to collect 70 pesos. He sends it to Lencho and just signs it God. Okay, to really get what happens next, we got to talk about something called irony. And don't worry, it's not complicated. It's just when things turn out the complete opposite of what you'd expect. Like a firefighter being afraid of fire. It's that huge, surprising gap between what you think will happen and what actually does. And this is the kicker. The story's great irony. Lencho gets the 70 pesos, but instead of being grateful, he's furious. He writes another letter to God and says, hey, thanks for the money, but next time send the rest of it directly to me, because those post office employees are a bunch of crooks and probably stole it. Can you believe it? The very people who helped him, he accuses of being thieves. So here's the big takeaway, right? Lencho's faith was his greatest strength. It gave him hope when he had nothing else. But that faith was so absolute, it also put blinders on him. He couldn't see the human kindness, the miracle that was right there in front of his face, performed by ordinary people. All right, let's switch gears a little bit. We're going to move from faith to our next big idea, courage. And we're going to connect the incredible words of a world leader to the really simple story of a terrified little bird. Nelson Mandela. If anyone knew about hardship, it was him. He gave us maybe the best definition of courage there is. He said it's not about not being afraid. No, the brave person isn't the one who doesn't feel fear. The brave one is the one who feels that fear and conquers it anyway. And this idea, this triumph over fear, you see it perfectly in the story of a young seagull. He's just frozen on the edge of a cliff, absolutely terrified to take his first flight, just watching his brothers and sisters soar through the air. So this little guy is completely paralyzed by fear. He just can't make that jump. His parents try everything to coax him, but nothing works. Then his mother has a clever idea. She dangles a piece of fish just out of reach. He is so hungry, so maddened by hunger, that he lunges for it and tumbles off the ledge into the open air. For a split second, it's pure terror. But then, instinct just takes over. His wings spread, and he's flying. He finally conquered his fear, not because the fear went away, but because his hunger became a stronger force. So we've talked about unshakable faith and conquering fear. Now, let's bring it all back to you and that exam room. How do these stories have anything to do with what you're about to face? Because you see, this exam isn't just a test on a piece of paper. It is a chapter in your story. And right now, you are the main character. So I'm asking you, what is your story about? What themes are you living through at this very moment?
Your story is about faith. Just like Lencho, you have to have faith, not in a letter to God, but in the months and years of hard work you've already put in. And it's about courage. Like that young seagull, you need the courage to take that leap, to open that exam paper and face it, even if your heart is pounding out of your chest. This exam, this is your first flight. It's that moment you step off the ledge and soar into the next big stage of your life.
Okay, let's wrap all of this up with one final thought to carry with you into that room. Please remember this. This test is about so much more than just facts and formulas. It's a test of your character. It's a test of your faith in all your preparation, and it's a test of your courage, just to begin, to step up and show everyone what you're made of. And remember what Magnus Carlsen said, this is your championship moment. Yeah, it's intense, but it's also an incredible milestone. So take a deep breath and try to find a little piece of it to appreciate this amazing challenge you are about to overcome. You are ready. You have everything you need to do this. So step into that exam hall with confidence and just one thought in your mind. Always forward. Good luck.